There we go.
Welcome back to the ECL Pro Series. It's a grand final. Call of Duty Black Ops, brought to you by SteelSeries, Game, Regio 42, and Justin TV, which we are now streaming on. The final has started. We've got our grand final. We left you, and we were really a little confused about how this was going to progress. We thought we needed that final game, but it turns out that Fnatic and Royalty were tied on 3 maps each in that 3-way draw between them and Infused. And then, yeah, it turns out that because Power Gaming were beaten.
Fnatic beat Royalty.
Yeah, Fnatic beat Royalty, so now Fnatic's grabbed the spot in the final. So Power Gaming, Fnatic, grand final, £1,000 up for grabs.
That also means the final standings of the league were, of course, Power first, Fnatic second, technically, and then Royalty third, well, very close, obviously, and then Infused fourth again. So each with a win, except from Power, who, of course, beat both their opponents, and so there's no need for the final game. And that brings us to the final now. Obviously, we joined the action a little bit late, just simply because we had to get things going, and obviously deadlines and stuff like that. So.
Yes.
And we're, of course, on the Summit CTF, so.
Which is a map we haven't seen yet today.
No, we have seen this map.
Was it CTF, though?
Maybe not, no. I'm sure we've definitely seen it. I don't really remember. I remember on the one round where Pacino overlooked somebody. And,
okay, so we have seen this map before.
Yeah, we've seen it before. Yeah, CTF's sort of fighting game 4. We're still following the Frenchman Maxxie, who's been upgraded to Pacino, which I think means Little Max, technically, if he was Brazilian. And that's not even a joke, that is actually what I think it is, like Ronaldinho. I think Ronaldinho means Little Ronaldo, something like that.
I could see that.
Any Brazilians out there who might want to correct me, XLNC claims to be Brazilian, but he's not Scottish. So he's living a lie, really. He loves haggis.
Brazilian Scots.
Brazilian Scots. His mum is actually Brazilian, that's why, and his dad was Scottish. But.
On board with Pacino right now, Waka Flocka. I don't know where that's come from, but
I don't know where that comes from. Before the game, while you were grabbing your coffee, Pacino was having a bit of a crisis. He couldn't get his mic to work. It's because he had to plug it in. So
that makes mics not work. So
that's what Waka Flocka or whatever has been getting up to today. We're back with the Frenchman Maxxie, who grabs the flag, is running with a pistol, a bit like CSS where you run faster with a knife, you run slightly faster with a pistol. And of course, it's not so great when Tobi's in his face with an SMG. This wasn't the final we really expected. Obviously, if people watch the graphic show, we expected Royalty to be facing off against Power in the final, but obviously, I spoke earlier, it was wrong to ever write Fnatic off because, well, I mean, even though we've got a standing, we've still got 4 quality players. Dope's going loco in the middle. And,
I mean, everyone's played really well over the last few days, or today, but yesterday too in Halo Reach. There's been there hasn't been a disappointing team really.
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, at the start, I was a bit worried that Infused might be a bit out of their depth, but that definitely wasn't the case when things kicked off, and also Royalty I feel hard done. So I think in a way they came good a bit late because they were quite impressive in that final series against Infused, but obviously it was the writing was already on the wall.
That's the way the cookie crumbled.
It is the way the cookie crumbled. And that now brings us to 1-1 on the side swap. Which they're going even, the rest of his team going negative. Meanwhile, we've got XLNC, who's playing his dry idea this time. He dropped 15 to 8 in that round, so Swanny also going 12 to 9 even. So still on board a little Max, but change to dry idea. Players from Fnatic pushing around that side. See if there's a bit of a hail of bullets until Swanny takes down Tobi in the back. Getting stuck in some glass, throws his grade off the map.
There we go.
You just can't teach skills like that. He's only been playing the game for 30 years, but...
And he managed to flash himself.
The icing on the cake, some say. It's a slightly moronic cake, but the cake nevertheless. Good to take it down inside by Waka Flocka.
Pacino now backtracking back of the map towards the snow machine. He's going to be dropped though by Tobi.
Tobi takes it down. I'd like to mention that the Fnatic team have now been joined by a new coach, Nene, who obviously of Infused, who team eliminated a few minutes ago.
Who is the same height as them standing up, as them sitting down.
Yeah, it's the battle of the big dogs, isn't it, in terms of the coach scene. I mean, they must weigh a combined weight of about 12 stone. We've had to tie Richie down so he doesn't float away when the air conditioning gets turned on.
You could put Nene on Rich's shoulders and they could put black jackets on him. Count probably as a passable tall man.
They sneak into gigs and stuff by doing that. I bet they didn't even have a ticket each, they just got in together.
Yeah.
I'm wondering who would be taller out of me and them combined. And I actually think I might be a shot of being the taller one. It's a chance to take two people down in the back. It's still Jolly that's taken down. Speaking of Jolly, ever since the bracket show, like I told him roughly what I said about him, and he's been really disappointed that because he's convinced that I think he's really bad. He's really upset about it. And when he played for Imperial briefly, but he didn't really work out with him. But I was watching him scrim, I was intentionally winding him up, probably putting him off if anything. But since then, I think he's taken it a little bit personally. But I just want to make it clear, Jolly is a quality player. The only thing with Jolly is from watching it, I don't know if this is because he's always in and out of teams or he doesn't really have like a defined role.
Yeah.
Which, in a way, I think against some teams that will work in their favour because he's unpredictable. He might come behind you.
He's like your go-to guy just for any kind of scenario where you just don't have a player who fits in to a certain spot.
He's kind of, if you watch his screen, in fact, I'll swap to him now, see if he'll prove my point. Right, here he is. He has, whereas most players say they'll only control an area of the map.
Yeah.
And so you know where they are going to be at all times. So say I call Tobi running around one side of the map, or sorry, somebody from Power, Maxxie's running around the left-hand side of the map, I'll know that one of my players is going to be in that position.
Yeah.
And, this used to frustrate me when I used to play back in the day. If you have a player who kind of, for some teams it works, like Jolly, like you see, he's now moved to the other side of the map. And obviously, like I said, it catches people off guard, but at the same time, it can catch your own team off guard. You might be lulled into a security where you think, oh, that player's going to be in a position that he's not actually in. He's tried to knife his teammate there, but somehow stayed alive under hail bullets. Somebody who was missing every shot. I think might be an excellent thing.
I think too, when you're saying about you surprise your own teammates, that's when you get like kind of random team nade kills and so on.
Yeah, very much.
When
so.
you've got a floater.
Yeah, so you've got to, in a lot of ways, it's better to have a player who you know where he's going to be, but at the same time, individual skill. There's no question the fact that he's one of the most talented players in Europe on the game. It's just that when it comes down to is he right for your team? He's definitely not right for some teams. So. And he's a bad guy when it comes to it as well.
Into the final minute now. Fnatic down
2-1.
Around right now. Or around. Down a cap.
Gunshi back at base.
Gunshi.
So I'm getting asked about stuff, but going back to Gunshi, actually, I watched Gunshi probably was one of the players I've known for the longest. It reminds me of the interview when you did of him at XL4. Obviously, that was his first line event. He was very young at the time, about 16. He just won the FFA, and I think he was quoted to say that he couldn't feel his legs or something like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, since then he's come on a long way. He was a world champion on Modern Warfare 2. He's been consistently winning events. Between him, Dope, and XLNC in the South, they're probably the four players who achieved the most on Call of Duty in Europe on console.
Oh, definitely. Outstanding.
But that's the first map taken already. XLNC 31-17. I mean, 3 before he was confident, but that's backing up confidence surely there.
I mean, you look at how many captures there were over that map.
Yeah.
A lot of action happening.
Not a lot of objective.
Yeah, but not a lot of, 2-1 the score says it all. Power Gaming. This is, of course, a best of 5, so Power need to win 3 maps, not just 2, in order to take the £1,000.